Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dealer, and this is Arkham Horror, the card game on Tabletop Simulator, and I'm trying to do this with a cat on my lap. Alright, options, hands, do the disabling. Okay, Haruku is not one of the ones we interviewed. She is dead, though, so we don't need to worry about that nonsense. I think I missed something in the previous thing. Let me check that. Oh, there it is. We found Nigel's abode. Yeah, that's what I was missing. Intro 2. Okay, we enter the catacombs on our own. That's what we missed. Okay. Alright. If you enter the catacombs on your own, find the Gate of Hell and put it into play. Catacomb side face up. And that will be the starting location. Alright. Oh good, this does it for us. Enter catacombs on our own. Fantastic. Don't shuffle that. I was about to do a bad thing. Alright, we're going to set up this in the middle. Alright. And we resolved the forced effect, right? Okay. Put the top two above and below. We'll be starting here. We'll shuffle this deck, read the thingy. Two agendas. Empire of the Dead. The dank, chill air of the catacombs penetrates your clothes and causes you to shiver. Everywhere you look, the remains of the dead greet you, a grim reminder of your own mortality. Each location is connected to each location adjacent to it, 6 doomed to advance. 4x, which I believe is only 3, depending on how we resolve certain things. Through the catacombs, at the end of the long tunnel next to you, the stranger steps through the darkness. His pale mask glinting in the candlelight. Wait, you call out. He glances your way before vanishing into the shadows. Once more, you are forced to track him down to find answers. Find the man in the pallid mask. He is somewhere in the catacombs. Do not advance until you're instructed. Oh, I believe we need to remove him, don't we? Yep. We remove him and set him aside. There we go. That's taken care of. All right. Go down here, set up this thing. We're using Cultist. Yes, we are. All right. Skull is minus X, where X is the number of locations you're away from the starting location, up to 5, and then Cultist is minus 2 if this was revealed during an attack and this skill test is successful. This attack deals 1 less damage, which means I guess you can potentially do 0 damage. I don't know if you're. Yeah, I think you can potentially do 0 damage. All right. Shuffle this, shuffle that, shuffle this, and I believe I get 3 tarot cards to play around with. Draw 3 random tarot cards and choose one. 2 additional actions on first round. Shuffle if we bottom out. Choose a basic weakness in their deck and remove from the game. Return them after the game ends. So I could potentially just get rid of my weakness, which actually is not too shabby. I don't really need 2 additional actions in the beginning. So yeah, we'll take the tower and we'll use that to remove a basic weakness. Choose 1 basic weakness in their deck. Okay, it'll clearly stay with the basic weakness, so the 13th vision will be what we remove. Okay, taking care of that. All right, shuffle, shuffle, draw. Set you down. We don't need Vicious Blow in the beginning. Okay. Definitely geared up here. That's great. That's enough to play around with. Okay. Shuffle. And then over here, shuffle and deal to orange. All right. Let's get rid of the practice cards. I don't know what it is, but anytime I purchase the gold pocket watch, I almost always start with it in my opening hand. It's probably like the one consistent good thing I have as far as my luck is concerned. Yeah, starting with a gold pocket watch round one is really powerful. We also don't have to worry about losing it because we're going to lose it on purpose. Okay. So that's everything. My cat finally jumped off my lap, so I am ready to go. I'm going to shuffle this one more time, shuffle this one more time, shuffle this one more time. All right, so the toughest part about this is getting all the victory because you can literally be anywhere. I'm going to start with Zoe. My stuff is rotated. There we go. That bothers me. All right, first action, I'm going to do Stand Together, level 3. Gain 2 resources, draw 2 cards. Gain 2 resources, draw 2 cards. That is a really strong start. All right, second action, do it again, because I drew another one. All right. And of course, Trish starts with an extra 2 resources because of another day, another dollar. All right. And then last action, of course, we're going to do a Ever Vigilant. Okay. I think we're going to keep this simple. Let's spend... let's go ahead and spend 2 to get out Crowbar, spend 1 to get out Luger, get out Zoe's Cross, get out a Wolf Mask. And then I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I can't do it yet because exhausted, but I can... Since I can play this fast now, I can get this onto the Luger and be pretty much good to go next round. All right. Not bad at all. All right. Let's go with Trish. Let's go ahead and start with the simple stuff. We'll spend 3 to get out Pendant and the Queen. We'll spend 2 to get out a gold pocket watch. We'll spend 3 to get out a Grim Memoir. And then we'll use Grim Memoir at this point. Or should I hold on to it? No, we'll go ahead and use Grim Memoir now. This will be 6 to 1. Got it. Get 1 clue. Draw 1 card. Awesome. I am going to go ahead and use Pendant of the Queen to grab another clue, just so I can start getting that going. And yeah, we're good to go on that. All right, no enemies, upkeep. Okay, Class of Black Onyx, a little annoying. Sorry, my cat was trying to get up here. All right, Mythos phase. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice the gold pocket watch. This will allow us to skip this phase. So no Doom and no encounter cards for this first round. So literally another free round for us to play with. Investigation phase. Let's go ahead and start with Zoe. We'll go ahead and spend 2 to fast out the... Actually, things have been going so well. First action, I'm going to do Crowbar. 3 to 1. Or sorry, 4 to 1. I succeed. I get 1 clue. Next, I will go ahead and spend 2 actions and 3 resources to do a refine and start getting the Quicksilver Bullet done. And that'll be it for her. All right. Trish, I will spend 1 to go ahead and get out the Class of Onyx, because I kind of have to, unfortunately. And then I'll spend 3 to get out Pathfinder. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and spin my 2 clues to move. Oh, sorry, I'll use Pathfinder to do that. Spin my 2 clues to move. We'll go down first. When it comes into play, put the top 3 in the catacomb step above, below, and to the right. So unfortunately, one of those gets wasted. So in the order, it's above, below, and then to the right. So below and to the right. Okay. Other than that, it just has a bunch of stuff to play with. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do Grim Memoir. Go 6 to 2. Okay, draw a card. Lost Soul. Am I okay with taking 2 damage at this point? It can get dangerous. Yeah, I'll just do it. Boop. Alright, I fail, I take 2 damage. Alright. We do get a clue. And I will go ahead and pop the pin to the queen to get another clue. Okay. Enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep. Okay, got our beat cop. Breaking and entering. First Doom. Ghoul minion. I'll get engaged and gain a resource. And I will go ahead and spend that resource to do a damage. Attach your location. After you leave this location, you get murdered. Okay. Not the end of the world. Still annoying, though. Alright, investigation phase. I'll start with Zoe. I'm going to go ahead and lightning bolts shoot this guy. Actually, before I do that, I'll get out the custom modifications and then do it. So this will be 7 to 2. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pop a crowbar. 4 to 1. Get a clue. Then I'm going to go ahead and move down, and I'm actually going to go ahead and place a clue down to get rid of this. That way we don't have to deal with it. All right. Trish. Question is, which way do we go? Let's go ahead and spend 2 clues to pathfind down. Action tests intelligence 3 to read an ancient sign. If you succeed, look at the revealed side of any catacombs location in play. Group limit once per game. Okay. When it's put into play to the left and right. Fantastic. All right. How's my pathfind move? I am going to go ahead and I'll do perception and go 6 to 3. I'm going to activate this thing. Alright, I am 2 away, so I do pass. I do draw a card. And I'm going to look at the revealed side of this one. Okay, so this one does, in fact, have victory. The more you know. So what I need now is I need to grab 2 clues and then make my way up there and get that victory. Easy enough to do. I'm going to go ahead and do a Grim Memoir. This will be 6 to 3. That ends up being 4 to 3, so I don't draw a card, but I do get a clue. I'll do it again, 6 to 3. I do get a card this time. And a clue. Alright, I am going to go ahead and pop Pin to the Queen. And I'm going to use it to teleport back up to here. Okay. And that is everybody. Enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep. Mythos, second doom. For each point, okay, Eyes on the Walls, 4 to 3. And for each point you fail by, you take 1 horror. Okay. Worst case scenario is I can fail by 1. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. 4 to 3. I'm 1 away, so I do pass. And then discard a human enemy at any location and spawn Corpse Dweller at that location. If there are no humanoid enemies in play, discard it and it gains Surge instead. So we Surge because there's no humanoid enemies. Obscuring Fog. We call that one a win. All right. Let's start with Trish. I'm going to do a Pathfind move up to here. And at the end of your turn, if you end your turn here, you have to either take a direct horror or discard 2 random cards. Okay. We'll put you to the side. All right. So I need to somehow investigate twice and get out of here, essentially. So I'll go ahead and investigate once. I'm currently 4 to 4. Let's go 6 to 4. As I pass, we're only 1 away. 1 clue. All right, we'll investigate again. We'll do Savant, might as well. 7 to 4. Okay, get another clue. Victory get. And then we'll try moving and hope I don't fall in a pit. Narrow Shaft. When you would move from Narrow Shaft to an unrevealed location, test Agility 3. If you fail, you have to take a damage to cancel the effect of the move. Put the topmost Catacombs location into play above or to the right. Did I mess that up? Above, below, and to the right. Above and below. Left and right. Okay, so this one was above, below, or to the right. Thankfully, we picked the right decision there. And then this one I could pick as well. We'll go to the right. All right. Good news is that's another victory location. It's also only 2 Shroud. Everything else about it's kind of rough, though. Speaking of things getting rough, let's have Zoe do a Crowbar 4 to 2. Got it. We got the clue. I'm going to go ahead and spend 4 to get out Beat Cup. And then we'll spend the 2 clues to move. All right, well, while you are investigating the Bone-filled cavern, you have 1... You know what? I think I miss that detail every time. It's only when you're investigating. Not, otherwise, it's fine. Put the top 2 below and to the right. All right, so it's just to the right. Okay, found another victory location, so that's good. If we can just get like a connection here, that would help out a lot. Okay. Also, I'm supposed to be like finding this guy, I think. Enemy phase, upkeep. All right. Definitely ready to murder the thing that's going to spawn eventually. All right, got one of our segment of Onyxes. Mythos, 3rd Doom. Attach to your location. Attach location. Okay, so this is one where we have to move to get in. to avoid the pain, which is fine. I can do that. And then over here, another Spirit's Torment. That's a little rough. All right, investigation phase. Let's start with Zoe. I'm going to go ahead and do Crowbar and use an offering. This will put us at 7 to 3. Yeah, we'll go 7 to 3. Actually, yeah, you know what? 7 to 3. Got it. Get 1 clue. Or sorry, it was 7 to 4, but I still pass. All right, then I'm just going to move back. And my last action, I will draw a card. Okay, another costume modification we don't really need. Okay, Trish. First action, I am going to go ahead and do an easy mark to gain 2 resources and draw a card. Oh, wait, I did an investigate, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to change what I was going to do, sorry. I forgot I lose a hand slot, so I'm going to move to here and just do the investigate here. Because I don't want to lose an item. Alright, meanwhile I'm over here. I did the easy mark. We'll go ahead and fast out a mag glass. And we'll fast out an obfuscation. And then we're going to go ahead and investigate 5 to 2. Got it. And 1 more. Got it. Okay, got the clues. Alright. No enemies, upkeep. Alright, Smite the Wicked. That's bound to happen eventually. One of these guys. Doesn't have Hunter. Furthest away from you. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up there. Ain't that a problem? Oh, also, end of the round. This should have gotten discarded. All right, and then actually that was oh, we haven't even hit the end of the round yet. All right, Mythos. 4th Doom. That actually works. That kind of, I mean, it's still annoying because we have a Corpse Dweller to deal with now, but that actually works. Because this is going to make, this is going to discard this guy and resolve the Smite the Wicked. It does put this guy on the board, but that's fine by me. Yeah, the only requirement for this thing is if it's still in play. So cool. And then that was your bad card. Grasping Hands. I'm 4 to 3. I'll do Plan of Action. Go 6 to 3. We are 2 away, so we do pass. Alright, investigation phase. Alright, so we have some issues that we need to resolve. We need to figure out what we're going to do about this catacombs problem. I'm going to start with Zoe. We're going to go ahead and do a crowbar here. It'll be 5 to 2. Also, I wouldn't have needed to use the wolf mask if I investigated here, but that's okay. -2, we pass. And that was for an investigate, not an attack. Alright, and then we're just going to move twice. 1, 2, spend those clues. When you reveal block passage, take 2 damage. You cannot leave block passage this round. Okay, take 2 damage. Dope. It also completely blocks it. Alright. So the question is this... So for the... Shuffle the Tomb of Shadows, the set aside, and 3 other catacombs together to form the bottom 5 cards. So this should not be progression. It may be victory, but it's not progression. So maybe I should just cut my losses and flee the other direction and let this guy just chase us for a while. That might have to be the play. Because sticking around to what is essentially going to be most likely a dead end. And I have to do a test anyway to even get out of here if I want to go into an unrevealed location. Yeah, I think I'm just going to move away. I'll take the horror. Or I can lose an action. I'll take the horror. 1, so there's that. And then 1, 2, 3. We'll go to there. And that is all my actions. Okay. Enemy phase, this guy's going to come lumber in this way. Upkeep. Okay. Upkeep. Alright, Mythos. 5th Doom out of 6. Surges. Nearest unrevealed location. Okay. It'll be here. And you get that. Alright. Investigation phase. I will start with Zoe. She'll move to here. I'll go ahead and engage this guy, gain a resource, then use it to do Zoe's Cross for 1 damage. Then I'm going to go ahead and lugger it for a lot, and then I'll do the action to reload it. Also, I get an offering back. Okay. Okay, so we got that going for us. I can go, what, 5 to 3 here? Yep, 5 to 3. I'm going to go ahead and just investigate 3 times here. I think we've gone through... Yeah, I believe we've gotten through all the corpse dwellers at this point, so I think we'll be okay for a little while. I have to discard a card, because I have 1 fewer hand slot for this, which is fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So 5 to 3, 3 times. I was 2 away, so yeah, all of them pass, so we get 3 clues. Alright. Enemy phase. Upkeep. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Mythos. Hello. Starting location. So this guy has 10 health. If he's exhausted, he takes 1 less damage from each attack made against it. 3 fight, 3 evade. So, 2 victory though. We definitely want to murder him. Empire of the Undead. All around you, the eyes of skulls glow with an otherworldly hue. A ghostly voice echoes throughout the labyrinthine catacombs. You sense a threatening presence looming around you. It is just outside of your vision, past the dim fog that permeates through the catacombs around every corner. Each location, blah, 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 12 doomed to advance. All right, so we're on the clock. Oh, I need to discard. I'm going to discard the custom modifications because I don't need to. Yeah, I don't really need to. Okay. Crypt Chill, I'm 4-4. I'll go 7-4. As an Elder Sign. Okay. I'm 2-3. And unfortunately, I don't have any way of dealing with this. And no one here to help me besides this artistic inspiration. They're in the same location, so yeah, I'll have Zoe commit an artistic inspiration. This will put us at 3-3. Alright, I failed by 2, so I take 2 horror. There are no eligible cards. Yeah, that's painful. I need to get, like, help soon. Alright, investigation phase. Alright, first things first. Trish, spend 3. Get out Pendant of the Queen. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and investigate this location. 5-3. And get a clue. I'm going to go ahead and spend those 2 clues with a Pathfind move to go down this way. Okay, left and right. All right. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and try to parlay with the Catacombs Docent. I'll commit a magnifying glass. This will put us at 5-4, and we'll go 6-4. That is a pass, just barely. So for doing that, if you succeed, look at the revealed side of any catacomb location in play. Is that what we want? That is the Tomb of Shadows. Okay, so that's where it is at. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and I'm currently, 5-3, so I can potentially fail on a skull now. Or I can spend 2 to... Yeah, I'll go ahead and just spend the 2. I'll spend 2 to do breaking and entering. This will put us at 9-3. We pass by a bunch. So with the pass, because I passed a bunch, I will use that to evade him. I'll use my ability to get 2 clues from here. And that'll be it on that front. Goes to Zoe. I'll have Zoe move down. And I'll go ahead and I'll shoot him with a lugger and do damage. Then I'll engage him and use the Zoe's Cross to kill it. Okay. Enemy phase. He's moving down. He's moving down. Upkeep. Branded Cathuga, fantastic. Practice makes perfect, even better. Mythos, first doom. Get a ghoul minion. I'll go ahead and use Zoe's Cross to do a damage. Okay. And then Poltergeist. Haven't seen you in a while. Alright. I see what you're putting down. Alright, in that case, Zoe go first. I'll do Lugger Shot. Nope. Alright. I am going to go ahead and use Beat Cop to kill it then. And then I'm going to spin 2 to get out a Brandicathuga. I'm then going to use Brandicathuga to attack the Poltergeist. This will put us at 7-3. Alright. I do succeed, but it's going to do 1 less damage, so I'll do 3 damage with it to ensure it dies. Okay. And then I will go ahead and crowbar. We'll go, let's see, 5-3. I'll do an offering to go 7-3. Okay, pass. I get 1 clue. Alright, goes to... Oh, actually, I should have done a reload. I completely messed that up. Oh well. Goes to Trish. Trish, I'm going to go ahead and try to activate the Candlelit Tunnel. 4-3. I'm going to spin 1 to do Practice Makes Perfect. Search my top 9. I'm going to go ahead and pick the deduction. This will put us at 6-3. And we, unfortunately, let's see, that was 1, 2. Okay, that's barely a pass. Holy crap. All right, this will go into my hand. And then I get to look at a revealed side. Oh my god, that is the... Hey, below and to the right. Okay, cool. We can do something with that. Cool. So we at least know there's victory location up there. Bad news is everything else. Alright, that was spent. So the good news is we'll at least get to expand in that direction and kind of go from there. Alright. In that case, let's go ahead and Pin of the Queen and teleport. I'm going to go ahead and place a clue. No, I will go ahead and move from this location. I first have to see if I succeed at it. So 4-3. We don't. We'll try again. 4-3. We don't. Last action, I will gain a resource because screw you, game. Alright, this guy will move down this way. This guy will move up this way. Okay, red clock I can work with. Mythos, second doom. Okay. I'm not going to be staying there anyway. Okay. This is the one that makes you discard everything. Or discard all your resources. Okay. Investigation phase. I'm going to start with Zoe. This thing's massive, right? Nope, it's not. Alright, I'll let myself get engaged by you. Use Zoe's cross to do a damage. So what, I need to do, what, 10 damage? Okay, I can work with that. Does have Retaliate. I do get an offering. Okay, really the risk is an auto-fail. Okie dokie. So I can do enough. Alright, I'm going to attack with Brandicathuga. And commit this vicious blow. It'll be 9-3. Okay, that's 7-3, so we pass by enough. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and Attack again, I'll use the crowbar and commit a vicious blow. So this will be 7, 9 to 3. Pass. This will do 3 damage, and then I will use Beat Cup to finish it off. Okay. Meanwhile, Trish, can you do better? Pathfind move. 4 to 3. Thank you. I will use an extra action to get out of here. Of course, I'm using the 2 clues to reveal this location. Oh, below or to the right? I will put it below. Okay. Next, I'm going to go ahead and investigate this location. I'll commit a deduction. This will be 5, 6, 7 to 5. Good luck. That's barely a pass. That's -2. So making sure I did this right, I had a magnifying glass to that 7, -2. Yep, I pass. I get both clues here. Okay. And then last action, I am going to move. So I'll use those 2 clues to reveal this. Into play to the right. Okay. All right. I'm ending my turn. I did not perform the ability up there. I have to discard all resources or discard all cards. I'll discard all resources and then discard this. This guy is going to come lumbering this. Ooh, actually, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we'll send you this. Actually, no, I'll send you on a walk. All right, enemy phase upkeep. Lost soul. I'm 4 to 2. I take 2 damage. At this point, I will kill off this Beat Cup and take a damage. Third doom. Nearest unrevealed locations here. Crypt Chill. I fail. I discard the Black Onyx. Okay. All right. We almost. This should have been discarded last round. All right. Let's start with Trish. Gain a resource. Spend those 2 resources to get out a red clock. Pathfind move. I don't have to spend clues for this one. We'll just reveal this. Hey, it's another one. We'll just do something like that. Okay. I'll go ahead and move one more time. Again, same situation. I get to ignore the text of unrevealed locations. Okay, we got everything for that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and use the Pin to the Queen to teleport down to here. And then I'm going to have Zoe spend 4 to get out another Beat Cup. I'm going to spend 2 of her clues to get engaged in here. Okay, nothing to worry about here. Get engaged by you. I'll use the cross to do a damage. And then I'm going to use Zoe's, I'm going to use the Beat Cop to finish it off. And then I'm going to move back. Okay. That is everything on that front. Goes to enemy phase. This guy's going to run back this way. Upkeep. Mythos, 4th Doom. Another one of you. No, there are no unrevealed. Oh, actually, there is one unrevealed location. It's right here. And Obscuring Fog. That's fine. Okay. Investigation phase. I'll start with Trish. Get that thing going. I'll Pathfind move to here. I'll investigate 9 to 3. Actually, do I even need to do that? I honestly don't. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just move again. I'll spend my 2 clues. Get engaged by you. Flip you over. Act 1B. The Stranger's Shadow. Rows of skulls chatter their teeth endlessly as you pass through a narrow stone archway into a round chamber illuminated by firelight. In the center of the tomb stands the stranger, peering into the blaze. Across the wall, shadows dance and twist. With the flickering of flame, the stranger turns to face you, and his own shadow spreads across the wall. Where his shadow's arms should be, tentacle shapes emerge, enveloping the walls in darkness. He lifts his hand towards the wall, as if trying to show you something. Spawn, the man in the pallid mask. Ishimaru is dead, so I don't need to worry about that. Then we go to here. Okay. The path is barred. The shadows cast along the bone wall shift into the shapes of several figures, acting out a macabre parody of the King in Yellow. Tell us how to stop the path from opening. If the man in the pallid mask is defeated, advance. What is he trying to show us? Investigators in the Tomb of Shadows may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. Okay. While here, he's going to have +2 health and cannot be defeated by the usual ability, which is completely fine by me. All right. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is I am going to go ahead and investigate. I'll use my obfuscation to deal with attack opportunity. I'll spend 1 to do a practice makes perfect. Search the top 9. I will pick this deduction. All right, this puts us at, we have +4 from this, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11. We pass. This will go in my hand. I get 3 clues. I'll use my ability to automatically evade this guy. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and, oh, actually, sorry, I get only, sorry, I only get 2 clues. This is level 1, this is base level deduction. So I'll investigate again. We'll go 6 to 4 with a deduction. That is barely a pass. Let's make sure I did that right. 4, 5, 6, and 4. Perfect. And I'm not doing its ability, so I'm good on that part. So yeah, I'll get the remaining 2 clues. So good news is we got the clues. I'm not going to spend them. I want to beat the crap out of this man. Speaking of, we'll go ahead and go to Zoe. Zoe's going to move twice to get to here. We're going to go ahead and reload our gun. And then I will fire said gun at the docent. Do 1 damage. All right, enemy phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either direction's fine. We'll go this way. All right. Upkeep. This guy will re-engage. So we'll do upkeep, spend this thing to kill this man. And upkeep for you. Mythos. Fifth Doom. Shadow behind you, that's fine. 4 to 3. We'll commit a wolf mask, make it 5 to 3. Good thing we did. Alright, investigation phase. Let's start with Zoe. Zoe's going to engage the man in the Pallid Mask, gain 1 resource. And then I'm going to shoot this man. This will be 8 to 4. Yeah, 8 to 4. Pass, we do 1 damage. So this guy has what, plus 2 damage, health, so yeah, I need to do a little bit more. Alright, smack him again. We'll do Brannica Thugga. This will be 7 to 4. We'll go 9 to 4. Pass, we draw a card. And we'll spend all 3 charges. And then we will beat Cop and finish him off. And I believe this does count as chasing the stranger. I believe it does. I can check real quick. Yeah, each time it's defeated during a game. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. It's a bit late now, though. Okay, good to go. I'm going to assume it goes into my discard pile. Making sure I did this right. He had 3 health, plus 2 from this. Nothing else that seems to boost him, as far as I can tell. Okay. We'll go ahead and advance, because we beat the crap out of him. Alright, behind the mask, if the Pallid Mask was defeated, the stranger drops to 1 knee, visibly wounded. Your knuckles whiten with anger, and you shout, "We know about Carcosa and him. Now tell us how to stop this madness." The stranger digs his fingers into the cold stone floor, and the catacombs shake. 2 conviction. Okay, and then remove the Pallid Mask from the game. Okay. He has now been removed. Advance to Act 3A, A Way Out. The way out, the bones rattle to the floor, dislodged by the shaking and crumbling of the caverns around you. The stranger grabs a skull from within the flames in the center of the chamber and flees. At the end of the round, if the Gate of Hell is in play, discard the location that is farthest from the Gate of Hell, and move each location investigator and enemy that was at that location to a connecting location and deal 2 damage to each of them. If each investigator is at the Gate to Hell, advance. Gate to Hell is, of course, is all the way at the beginning. We should be good to go. All right, Zoe. Furthest location. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the furthest location is the crypt over there. So we're good to go on that front. But I could also just try... I mean, all I have to do is just move a bunch. So you know what? I'm just going to spend my last action moving. And then I'm going to lose all my resources and discard this. All right. And then Trish is going to place one of these down and be able to move 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then Pathfind move to there. All right. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to draw a card. And then I'm going to use this to do easy mark, gain 2 resources, draw a card. Easy mark, gain 2 resources, draw a card. Bring you out. Then I'm going to do Pin to the Queen to auto-evade you. And these will get reshuffled back in. And then last action, I am going to go ahead and draw a card. Enemy phase, this guy's going to move back. Upkeep. Upkeep. Mythos. 6 Doom. Oh, sorry. Was this at the end of the round? This guy gets discarded. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. You've been discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Okay, shadow behind us, that's fine. Poltergeist, that's also fine. Okay, investigation, I'll start with Zoe. 1, 2, 3, and we are now all at the Gate of Hell. We advance. Catacombs collapse. The catacombs rumble and collapse behind you as you make your escape. You are able to follow the stranger's shadow, tracing his steps to find your way through the labyrinthine passages. You cross the threshold of the catacombs entrance. A wave of rubble and bone chips follow in your wake. The deafening noise of falling debris crashes behind you, and you turn to find the entrance blocked by a newly formed wall of bone and rock. Just as you are ready to depart, a partially charred skull bearing a strange diagram rolls to stop at your feet. There is no sign of the stranger anywhere. Resolution 1. I think this is the first time I've actually taken advantage of these activatable abilities, the ones where it reveals extra stuff, which I did that one. I don't remember if I did this one. It definitely helped out a lot because otherwise, if we had kept going this way, we would have missed the victories that were up here. Well, granted, or at least the victory that was up here. It was still pretty rough because there were a lot of these locations where I had to move off of them. But thankfully, we were pretty mobile with Trish. We got Pathfinder very early. That saved us a lot of trouble. We got pretty lucky with the Corpse Dweller. The one that we did spawn was beneficial because it ensured that Zoe didn't have to deal with her weakness. Did still get pounded pretty hard. Trish is literally at 50%, head down to 3 sanity and 4 health, and then Zoe was down to 4 health as well. So if we kept spawning enemies, it would have been pretty. We spawned just about every enemy. The only things we missed were the Corpse Dwellers, which we spawned 2 of them, or we spawned 1 of them. But thankfully, with both upgraded Vicious Blows, we were able to handle the Spectre of Death pretty easily, so that worked out. We didn't get screwed too badly by the Cultist icons. I think it only mattered once as far as damage was concerned. Skull did mess with us a little bit. I was a bit worried towards the end because we were so far away, and I didn't have a lot of ways to upgrade Trish's stats. I kind of burned everything just trying to get through this narrow shaft, which is really annoying. But we also got pinned to the Queen twice, so I can't really complain. We did get Red Clock, though I didn't really have time to play it, was my biggest issue, because I was trying to quickly get these victory locations as soon as possible, but it still worked out. So yeah, honestly, not too shabby. Resolution 1, hopefully I didn't mess up too much. I feel like I probably messed up something somewhere, but at this point, we are where we're at. Resolution 1. Know the side of the gate. Yeah, going up this way did help a little bit, just simply because it kind of kept things a little bit more condensed and closer together. I've definitely done runs where I had everything just spread across in a big line, and it just made everything worse, especially for the skulls. Hishamara is already dead. We get Victory X. So total victory 6. Yep, 6 victory. So here's your 6. Here's your 6, and then the Great Work and Karen's Opal. Also, getting all of my stuff out of Stick of the Plan out early, like within the first round, was also very, very nice. And, you know, there's definitely nothing more to say about Gold Pocket Watch. As an opener, it is the best. So, yeah, give me a moment. I'll figure out what I'm going to spend everything on. All right, 7 XP to spend. I'm going to go ahead and replace my Refine finally with a level 5 1-2 punch, which will cost us 6 XP. I'm going to give 1 checkbox to Quicksilver Bullets for free because of Down the Rabbit Hole, and then I'm going to spend 1 XP to upgrade Overpower from level 0 to level 2, thanks to Down the Rabbit Hole. So 1-2 punch will give us just some sort of backup ability. At this point, Refine is only going to matter for like two more sessions, and honestly, we're probably don't really need them at this point because we'll get what we need by next game. So that's gone. Improved Overpower I don't really care too much for, but getting the extra card draw may come in handy at some point. Or I can use it with Trish if she ever needs to punch something. So there's always that option. Alright, so that should put me at 31, so that's exactly 7 XP. And then for the 8 XP for Trish, I'm going to get my second Another Day, Another Dollar, so I'll start with 9 resources. I'm going to go ahead and replace one of my mag glasses with a Moment of Respite, which will just give her some way for healing horror to get ready for the final scenario. And then my last 2 XP is going to be for upgrading the remaining deduction. So I think that puts us in pretty good shape. The extra resources is definitely welcome, since I seem to eat them up like crazy. And yeah, that is where we're at this point. I don't think there's anything extra. We're staying with Cultist, it looks like, so that is fine. And yeah, next time we'll actually get a benefit thanks to Ashley. We will have to deal with Ashley because we didn't actually take her out before. We'll get a we'll be starting the deal with the -3 token because of the gradual upgrade in difficulty. Is there anything else we need to worry about? Know the side of the gate. Yeah, we have that. All right. Okay. Think we're good to go. So yeah, this next one could be pretty RNG as far as like whether or not we find the right way, but hopefully we can pull through with this. We're up to 7 on Chasing the Stranger. I don't remember what the magic number was for that one. I think getting 8 guarantees we get no Doom at the start of Dim Carcosa, but I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am The Depressed Dior. This was Arkham Horror, the card game on Tabletop Simulator with Zoe Samaras and Trish Scarborough doing the Path of Carcosa. I'll see you guys next time.